if you want a vehicle that is not going to disappoint you at a time when you critically need to get into the vehicle and start and go, be sure to check the positive and the negative terminal of your batteries. And if you start having corrosion such as this build up in the terminal, particularly in the positive terminal, it is very, very crucial that you get in there and clean it as quickly as possible. The first thing and the first step to do is to take the 10 millimeter ratchet and remove this terminal so that you can then clean off all of the corrosions on there and brush it off with a brush and make sure that the metal shines and the part of the terminal that connects to the battery can actually make contact. When this does not make contact, your alternator is struggling to try and transfer power back to this battery to charge it. Even though your alternator is good, you will wind up being stranded when you try to start the car. Sometimes it'll start and sometimes it wouldn't start. The best thing is to make sure that this terminal is clean. So we will wiggle this right and left. See that this thing is cemented in there that it doesn't even want to budge. So we'll give it a little knock and then we'll try wiggling it. Yep. This sideways. It doesn't want to move. It is wedged. All right. Let's wiggle that. No wiggling. So if you have a situation like this where the fuse link on the battery is open, you want to make sure you find the clear lens that covers that and keep that closed, because if something goes in there and shorts that out, that fuse link will break and you have a much bigger problem in your hand, because that without that fuse link, no matter what you do, even if the terminal is well connected, you don't have power. All right, so let's clean some of this corrosion off. Maybe that would help us get it loose so that we can get this terminal off and clean it all the way. Okay, after much banging with the wrench there and wiggling and getting all the corrosion off, we are able to get that off. So you can see here on a close-up all the buildup of the corrosion there. We want to try and clean that as much as we can so that the inside of this, where it makes connection with the terminal, and the terminal itself is free of corrosion. All right. See some corrosion on there. Okay, what I'm gonna do to get in there is I'm gonna put this in here and I'm gonna wedge it in there and run that through. Real well a few times, get all the corrosion out of there. You can see that breaking apart there. All right, looks shiny. Still a few corrosion bits in there. I'll knock that off. You can see some of those corroded bits in there as I am breaking them apart. You can see them in there. Yeah, you see that? Break that all out. You don't want it to stay on there. Please be careful. There's a metal shard that will be blowing away from this. So wear safety goggle when you're doing something like this to protect your eyes. And you don't want that corrosion in your eyes anyway. That is chemical that has reacted poorly to oxidation. You definitely do not want that in your eyes. All right. Okay, up to this point, we've gotten the inside of the ring pretty well cleaned, but you can see right here, there is still some corrosion here. I'm a little bit of a having this. I do not like to leave anything in there because I know the oxidation would happen again and it will start growing. Well, not everybody is gonna have a peck to do this. If you don't have a peck, just take a metal coat hanger and get the end of it, bend it enough that you can get it into this crevice in here, and just walk that corrosion out of there so that you can get every bit of it off, so that it doesn't start anytime soon to start corroding. Now there are some anti-corrosion grease once we have done cleaning all of this that you can apply here to keep this from at least slowing it down from starting over again. So we'll get all of it out and get it clean and dried, and then we'll connect our terminal back on. And you can see that. You can get all of that out. You can run a little napkin through there to push it out. So I've mentioned before, safety, 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 safety. Make sure you're wearing safety goggles, something that protects your eye from any of these things flying into your eyes. All right. And clean it as much as we can. It's still part of the hole, and if some part of it is less conductive, it will make the hole also less conductive. So that's my philosophy on making sure that there is no corrosion on any small crevice of this terminal. There we go. I got as much of it as we can out of there. OCD, a little bit of it. It's my problem. There's nothing wrong with that. Perfection. Especially where reliable connectivity is required. I don't want to leave that to guesswork that maybe I have good connection. I want everything completely cleaned of corrosion. There. No corrosion. All right. Okay. Now the negative terminal is pretty clean. We can take that off and clean that as well. There we go. All right. Yeah, we do have some corrosion here as well. Wear your safety goggles. All right. And here. There we go. Scrubbing the inside of this. We've already scrubbed the bottom of it. I know that there are some dedicated kind of brush that you can just put right over these terminals and turn it sideways and what have you. But again, there is no fast rule about what you use. The ultimate goal is to get the terminal clean of all corrosion. This is what you have, make do with what you have. So I have this brush that I have used for some other purpose before. So it gets the job done. So let's fasten the terminals back. Make sure we have a very good connection. It should be tight, but not the kind that you can't remove it when it's time to remove it. Remember what we struggled with at the beginning. There we go. All in there. All tight. And because of all that corrosion, the battery didn't quite charge and it gave us a hard time starting, so we're going to put a little jump on here and start the vehicle. This HowTo Boost Plus has been good before in the past, but recently it has not been. And it's reliable yet again. It starts the car. So if this has been helpful to you and you've learned anything from this, please share. And to help promote this video, please subscribe, and so that YouTube can promote it to others and others can take benefit from it. Again, follow me on some of the other repairs that I am doing on my channel. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe.